Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. I hope you stick around, listen to what I got to say, join the channel. The goal of this channel is really for me to use my life experiences, the experiences that I've had working with other people, helping other people, things that I discover as I go, and then also the stuff that you share in the comments, that we all could use those things and learn from them and become better people. That is the entire goal of the channel. That has been my life's work. It's always been geared towards how can I make someone's life better. And so that's what I'm trying to do here with this channel. So welcome to the channel. So I'm on the road to 5,000. All right, got over 2,000 subs. So on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So join me on that journey. Let's make it an exciting one. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button, especially because that definitely helps with the journey to 5,000. What I want to talk about today is not just my weight loss journey. So I'm going to discuss my weight loss journey, but what I learned during my weight loss journey. And I knew it and I had done it before, but sometimes, you get to a point in life where you know something, but somehow it kind of escaped you, it slipped you, because maybe you get too comfortable in life or whatever the case is. And sometimes you got to relearn something, you got to figure out something all over again, even though you've kind of been down that road already. So that's what I want to discuss today is when I was reflecting on my weight loss journey, I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn on the camera and I'm going to share that. So I'm in the parking lot right now at the gym. So just before I go in and do some weightlifting, I'll probably do like about 10 minutes of cardio, just kind of get my body moving, 10, 15 minutes the most. Because I mostly do my cardio walking. I prefer to just be outside, just walking, listening to music, reading the news. I know that sounds kind of crazy. Listening to the news, all that sort of stuff. I'm a news junkie. I like to stay informed. I like to know what's going on, not just in the U.S. or in the Caribbean or wherever the case is. I like to know what's going on in the world. So if you have a conversation with me, chances are I have a pretty good idea. Not that I know everything, but chances are that I'm probably up to date on world affairs. It's something I was doing since I was a kid, reading the newspapers, all that sort of stuff. Big reader, big reader. Reading something every day, articles, this, whatever. I'm just always reading. But anyway, that's for another story. Let's talk about what I learned in my weight loss journey as I was reflecting today before I get into this gym. So I was 230 something pounds. Now, for good measure, just to get an idea, I'm a little over 6 foot tall, right? So I'm not quite 6'1", but between 6 foot and 6'1" tall, with shoes definitely 6'1" or a little above 6'1", depending on the type of shoe I'm wearing. So I guess you could say I'm fairly tall. And I'd gotten to 230 something pounds. Now, this is for a guy who does not eat fast food. I probably had fast food, I would say 4 times in the last 2 years. So that kind of shows you how much I really eat that stuff. I really don't. I don't drink soda or anything like that. I don't eat candy and stuff from vending machines or eat candy, period. So where was all my weight coming from? But I love sugar. And I guess like certain types of snacks, like chips and stuff like that, I would eat that. But it's really more sugar, right? So cake, ice cream, muffins, all that sort of stuff. And you know how weight just creeps up on you. And then I realized, wow, yeah, this is not me. For someone who's always been fairly athletic growing up, playing sports, well, geez, sometimes damn near every day playing soccer or cricket or something, play so much golf. Like I'm a very, very active person, but that sugar just sat on me. And when your pants get tight and your clothes just not fitting the same again. And I think what really struck was I took this picture And I was looking at the picture and I was like, damn. Yeah, that is not me. So I was like, okay, I got to do this. And then I started this journey with some folks at my job, some friends at my job, and we're going to lose this weight. I've dropped over 30 pounds. I got in the scale this morning. I'm 199. So for being a little over 6 foot tall, 199 is not bad, depending on your muscle structure and all that sort of stuff. But I want to drop a little bit more, right? So my goal is to drop about 10 more pounds, and probably get down to, maybe a little bit more than that. I don't want to go below 185, I think, for my height. I think maybe 185, somewhere between 185 and 190, but definitely to get down to that 190 mark. So yeah, 30 some pounds gone and about 10, 12 more or so to go. But what I learned is at the beginning when I started, you sometimes in life, you just want something to happen when you started, right? And I know better than that, that things just don't happen, right? I know things don't just happen. But when I started to lose this weight, like you just want it to happen. You're in the gym. I'm getting on the scale, got the scale. I'm jumping on the scale every day. And I wanted to happen. I wanted to happen. It's not happening. You're getting frustrated by the fact that it's not happening. And I think that's with anything that we start in life, right? Anything that we start in life, a lot of times, we say we're going to change. We've got this goal. We're going to accomplish this thing. And so we just want it to happen. And we want immediate results. And that's not how life is, right? That is not how life is. You've got to stick with something. You have to stick with something. You literally have to stick with something. But this is coming from a guy who knew that, right? I absolutely knew that. I mean, I'll tell this story another time in terms of, whatever I've accomplished in my life. But this is a guy who came to the US with pretty much nothing, right? And when I say nothing, I'm talking about nothing, pretty much nothing. And a couple dollars in my wallet. And when I say a couple dollars, I mean not a lot of cash, right? So I know what it's like to work hard and to struggle to get what you want in life, to be whoever you want to be, to accomplish your goals. And so I don't know why I was like frustrated by it, right? Because sometimes I think another lesson is sometimes we forget where we come from, not the location or the geography of where you were born, although that is also important, but also the situations that we have come out of and how we got out of those situations. Because sometimes we get to a point where we get comfortable, and I think comfort also breeds an absence of mind when it comes to certain things. It's almost like certain things are not erased, but so far removed that sometimes you almost have to relearn those things again. You got to learn them again, right? And so, yeah, it was a struggle at first. But in anything we do in life, it is going to be a struggle. So you cannot give up. You cannot give up. You stick with it. You roll with it. And eventually, hopefully, off of persistence, you adapting, things are going to work out. So then I started to lose the weight. And this is the other lesson in it. When you start losing weight or you start accomplishing something. So at first you're frustrated, it's not happening fast enough. And then you start accomplishing something. And then what happens is you realize, ooh, I'm making progress. So after you see, to put it in terms of a weight loss, after you've lost the first 3, 4, 5 pounds, you start thinking, oh, look at me. And there's a confidence that starts to build, right? So that's why you never give up. Is that when you start to see increments of success, then you realize that it's possible for you to do something when you start seeing those increments of success. So I start seeing those increments of success and you realize, this is possible for me to accomplish, right? It's absolutely possible for you to accomplish. And then it got easier, right? Then the journey got a whole lot easier because I was seeing those increments of success. The journey got easier. And then all of a sudden, you really wanted to just get in there or walk. I love walking. And I lost most of my weight walking, not going to the gym, actually. Right? Really not going to the gym. I mean, I went to the, I went to the gym, maybe twice a week or so. And that wasn't even consistently. Most of my weight loss was because I changed what I was eating, and then I was walking a lot. Sometimes I think people underestimate the power of walking, taking steps, even at like my job, avoiding an elevator, and taking the stairs. It's not always pleasant, but the more steps, the more steps. And the other thing is, you're making progress sometimes, but you can't see it because it's so like incremental. It's so small, right? So every step you take, literally towards working towards anything, every step you take, you're closer, but sometimes you just can't see it because it's happening, it's churning, like you're burning that fat, right? You're burning that belly fat, you're burning that whatever fat, and it's happening, but you can't see because it's so incremental, right? And then whew, but the success you now have didn't start anywhere. It started because you never gave up. It's happening because you were persistent and you kept going, and then now you're seeing the change, you're seeing the results, right? And that's a lot of times what people see when people are successful. They see the results, but they don't see what folks actually went through to actually get to the results. So whatever you're going through in your life right now, just take it into consideration. The results you're looking for, you're probably not going to get immediately, all right? It's probably not going to happen immediately. There probably is going to be a process. There's always a process. And sometimes it looks different for all of us. Trust the process, as they say. Just keep chipping away at it. Learn, adapt, grow as you're making progress. But do not give up on anything that you're working on. I came to the U.S. with $200.57, right? And I've gone on to do all these different types of things. There's still so much I want to work on, so much I'm still doing. I've been to school, obviously been to university, multiple degrees, whatever the case is, that sort of stuff. And that's starting with nothing. I know what suffering looks like. I know what it's like to not get something to eat. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to sleep in my car when I finally had one. I know what it's like to sleep on somebody's floor till I could do better. But you don't quit. You keep going, you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. You do not quit. And you got to be very careful who you're listening to. Because a lot of people from my life, they only wanted to know you were going through stuff and you were struggling so they could laugh at you. So they could say, oh, look at you, you struggling, look at you, you ain't going to do this, you thought you were going to do so and so. It's not because they want to wish you well. They want to hear about your struggle so they could enjoy. Some people enjoy your suffering. That's crazy. Some people enjoy seeing people suffer or fail or not do well. That's why you got to be so careful who you tell your business